Good evening, Papa Boris here with another Banner Saga Factions match. Still playing with my same team, using my war leader like a boss, or, well, like an inept boss anyway, because I seem to screw things up and every time I do a recording. Let's go ahead and see if the matchmaker will find us a match at a reasonable speed. So in my last game, if you watched game number 2, I realized I was talking during the video about how, like, whoa, what was the mistake that I made? Where did I screw things up? And it was just so obvious. There was one time when I could have used my war leader to go kick the crap out of his warrior, and that would have been a really awesome play. I don't know how. I didn't even consider that. It's possible that recording games makes me play worse. I guess we'll see. But I would like to continue recording all the games I play from now on, just so you all can see how I progress with my endeavor to raise my ranking. Hopefully get it up to 1200. Hey, there we go. That wasn't too slow. Okay, so he's got 2 warriors, a bunch of raiders, and 1 archer. When you see a composition like this, what that tells you is that there's going to be a lot of strength. So that's kind of the advantage of the high raider teams, is just that, you know, compared to an archer, a raider provides more strength and armor that you need to decrease to 0 in order for the unit to die. And so that makes them harder to kill. The disadvantage, of course, is they have to get into melee to do anything effective. So it's always a bit of a tricky composition to face. What I really want to see is how beefy his warriors are, because if they're of the like 12-16 variety, this is going to be a little bit challenging for me, and I might need to play a little bit more conservatively with my archers. One cool thing about my team is that it does play very nicely on this map. A lot of teams have a tough time setting up on this map because the pillars make it difficult to spread out your units without getting your varls stuck behind a pole, but with my setup here, everybody fits super nicely, no one's stuck by the pole, and my archers get a little bit of extra protection, which I might even appreciate coming up against these warriors. So let's see. Yep, 12-16 and 12-16. So he's got 2 giant-ass beefcakes. These guys, ooh, low strength, 8 strength, interesting. 8 strength, 12 strength. Okay, so his Thrasher's a bit of a beefcake. I don't know if I agree with that, really. Just because you kind of want the backbiters to have higher strength to do max effectiveness, but it looks like he's using them to break armor, as you can see from the armor stat, and the Thrasher is more of his heavy hitter. Well, let's do business as usual here. Let's just move up. I need to shoot 5 squares, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My archer needs to stand there. Let's move up here. Turn on my ability before time runs out. Whenever time runs out, that's always really embarrassing. Yeah, I'm going to go up. Do a little bit of tickling. Wow, oh, he has no exertion on these guys. That is nice. That's the one thing that compensates for having these terrifying warriors that just have such high armor and strength, is you can easily predict their movement. And I might have lucked out with this pole map, just because when you have these poles, it's a little bit easier to park a raider here on the flank and stop the warrior from getting in anywhere. Now, is he not going to move his Thrasher? That's interesting. I'm okay with that. Oh, he moved it. He moved it 1 space to stop me from getting both guys. Okay. Well, let's see. Who's up next? It's that guy. So I think what I'm going to do is shoot that guy. Even though the Thrasher has a higher strength and is thus maybe a higher priority target in general, the specifics of the situation make me inclined to shoot the backbiter, because if he had run up, he might have had to take an extra strength. He got lucky though, and the coals are all back here. So he will, if he wants, be able to go up and tickle my archer for 2 points of armor damage and 1 point of strength. Then, of course, he is going to eat it from my warrior, so he's not going to do that. Okay. Now, what I really want to do is hit this Thrasher with some burning oil. In order to do that, my archer would need to stand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, which is a little bit farther up. So can I afford to do that? Yes, because his warrior can't quite get up to me. So I'm going to go for the aggressive play here. I'm going to do that. And that way I'll be able to do some more damage to the Thrasher and the backbiter, who have both moved already. So I'll appreciate being able to just plan that move without any kind of interference. Oh, and he's even moved his backbiter there. I think that's a mistake. I think letting me get that extra point of damage for free is not a good move on his part. So here's an interesting point about this strategy. I think a lot of people, when they see it, you know, the War Master with the War Leader behind him, they assume that what you're doing is charging your War Master up the middle and having him attack twice. So see, I could go up and hit these guys for pretty pitiable damage. But that's actually not my plan at all. My plan is actually to come over to the side and whack a high priority target on the flank. So you have to be very careful with initiative. This is the warrior that moves next. So if I were to go over here, he could easily avoid my trap. But with this guy having just gone, I got nothing standing in my way from just coming up over here leisurely, giving my guy an extra move, and calling it a day. Now, I am extremely lucky that he chose to put his archer at the end of his lineup. If he had had his archer go first and have his 2 warriors go up next, he might have been able to avoid the problem, because I did go up first in the turn order. So had he done that, he could have just run his warrior. I would have had to move my warrior before either of his moved, and then he would have been able to basically run away from whichever flank I advanced towards. So I lucked out a little bit here. I don't know if his composition is wrong. I mean, I guess he could have had the archer go up earlier to avoid my particular strategy, but it's possible that against most other builds, having the warrior coming, or the archer coming last is the correct play. Okay, now let's start thinking forward a little bit. This guy is not going to be too much of a problem, because I am going to be able to whack him for 6 damage. When he gets down to 10 strength, he's really not a threat at all. I'll also be able to block him in, so that's great. Now this guy, one raider doesn't block him in by itself, but with his low movement, I should be able to pretty predictably get my archer away from danger. Alright, so let's do my thing here. I don't see any reason particularly to spend a willpower, so let's just go ahead and charge on up. I'm going to use my ability because I do want to get his armor down, as well as his strength. That seems very useful since his armor is quite high. Alright, let's see what he decides to do. He can, I believe, 11 minus... Yeah, he can kill my archer if he wants. So that's just kind of a consequence of playing the way I play. It's not the end of the world, though, because if he kills my archer, then this warrior has no targets. I'll just be able to block him with my raid master, and then continue using my archer over here and my warriors to start attacking his guys. It's very nice to basically trade your raid master, take him out of the fight, in exchange for getting his warrior out of the fight. Alright, he's starting to whittle down my other archer. Smart move. I won't disagree with that play. Now, I have to think very carefully what to do with this raid master. I could start doing some damage. In that case, he's probably going to get whooped on pretty bad. But I don't want to necessarily use him just as a blocking tool, because A, his highly mobile raiders can't be blocked that easily, and B, I need to start doing some damage, because this archer's probably about to die, and I need to, you know, get some beats on. So who do I whack? Well, I think I would like to actually get, let's see, the Thrasher I can deal 15 minus 9, that's 6, plus willpower 7. So the Thrasher's pretty maimed already just from my war leader hitting him. So what I'm going to do is just come up here to this guy, start whittling down his armor a little bit. So I can try to maybe get his strength down in the future. This also forces him, if he wants to come out and attack my archer, to go through some flames, which I don't think he really wants to do. Let's see, does his archer reach me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, his archer is very well positioned. She reaches my archer from here with the ability. So let's see, 8 minus 6, that's 2. I've lost 3 points of armor, so it's another. She can do a cool 3 damage there with a willpower point. That's pretty solid. He's not... Oh yeah, he is going for my archer. Okay, so my archer is going to die if his archer can still shoot me when she goes. So I definitely don't want that to happen. Therefore, I'm going to make a run for it here. Of course, his raiders will be able to chase my archer down. I just want to make sure that I don't get my archer in the way of my warrior. And this seems like a pretty good spot. Well, if I want to shoot, do I want to shoot his guy is the question. 10 minus 9. Nah, it's not that scary. So his warrior is fine where he is. I don't mind if he whacks at my warrior a little bit. What I really want to do is start to work on that Thrasher. Alright, now the coals being here is a little bit unfortunate because it means that my war leader would have to take a point of damage to attack the Thrasher, who is a more dangerous target with 9 strength than the Backbiter is with 5 strength. So I don't know what I'd want to do here. I could, of course, kill his Backbiter and leave this 9 strength guy alive, or I could just suck up the point of strength damage and do 14 minus 7 is 7. Yeah, it'd still be a lot of damage. That would maim his Thrasher completely. So I'm not sure what the best plan is. We'll see what he decides to do. Alright, so he's running through my guy, dealing some damage to my archer. That is fine. Alright, so who's up next? It's that guy? Okay. So my archer will be able to make a run for it before the warrior comes up and kills her. Let's think about where to place my raid master. I could, of course, go after this archer, who has really low armor, and just damage her. In fact, I think I'm going to do that, because my archer gets to run before his warrior comes up and kills her. And let's see, where can he go? If my archer runs, the warrior will actually be able to come in here and hit my raid master for a lot of damage. You know what? I think actually, let's see, if I park him here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think this is actually worth it to stop his warrior from coming in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that would have been really funny if I'd miscalculated. Because, yeah, the archer, dealing some damage to her would definitely be nice. And reducing her damage output, especially now that a lot of my team is starting to lose armor. But I don't want my raid master getting hit for 5 points of strength damage either. Actually, oh, you know what? There's this fire here. That would have been only 4 damage. Maybe I should have gone after his archer and traded the damage with my raider. Let's see, he's trying to maneuver up to my archer here, dealing 1 very pitiable point of damage. Okay, let's see what I should do with my archer. She does not have long to live in this world. I could actually move down here, comically enough, and shoot at that backbiter. See, with 8 minus 3, yeah. So the archer, his archer can just step back and shoot my archer and kill her if she wants. But this will give me an opportunity to, I suppose, just to get started on his warrior there. That seems like a pretty good idea. So what I'm going to do is move her somewhere. Do I want to start on this backbiter? No, that's 7 strength. That's pretty pitiable. Okay, so I'm going to go here so that his warrior can't trivially kill me, and he'll have to waste his archer's turn to do so. And let's do some damage there. So with his lack of willpower, he can't reach my archer. Because he just lost a point of strength from the flames, he no longer does any damage to my raider. Actually, he no longer does any... Actually, he wasn't going to do any damage to my raider. What was he? 16 minus 15? Yeah, he would have done 1 damage, now he does none. He put himself there. Wow, interesting play. So he just parked himself right in the way of my war leader. I mean, see, here I'm doing 5 damage. Against this guy, I could do 7 damage. So I am doing more total damage against the Thrasher, but given my unit's current armor values, the 5 damage against the Warhawk is, or excuse me, the 6 damage is actually by far the most relevant thing. So I'm going to get that guy down. Now at 9 strength, he's really not a threat anymore. So what he'll have to do, I suppose, at this point is start to crowd my war leader. He can use his raiders to break his armor and stuff. But I might actually, because my war leader still has 16 strength, be able to... Oh yeah, I can take out his Thrasher. Nice. Okay. So I'll have to take out his Thrasher, then scurry away with my archer if she's not dead yet, which I suspect she will be. And then once I do that, I'll just be able to leave this guy without any targets, and it'll be great. Alright, so is she going to finish off my archer? Yeah, she is. Okay, so my archer number 1 goes down. Let's see, if I move my guy there, then his warrior will of course be able to catch up to me because I didn't spend any willpower. But I think that is okay, because I really want to deal 9 damage to this Thrasher and kill him. That is a good move. Also, I can use my Raid Master to block this Warhawk if I need to. You know, I think I've got this match. I hate to call it early, but I really feel like I've got it. He just doesn't have enough strength to be able to take out my guys. His archer is the only... I mean, it's 8 strength, 7 strength, 9 strength, 5, and 10. I guess this guy at 10 is still pretty respectable, but he's going to get blocked in by my Raid Master pretty soon here. Now, this is new. I did not know you could path through those poles. Learn something new every day. Wow. Okay, so let's see. If I put my Raid Master here, can I block in his Warhawk? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I sure can. Totally going to do that. Just block him in. You know, that was dumb. He's only at 10 strength. I should have whacked him for 3 armor instead of just standing there like a dunce. Whoops. That was a minor mistake. Or actually, possibly a major mistake. Yeah, because dealing, 3 or 4 armor damage would have been pretty good there, since my armor is high enough that he can't retaliate anyway. But who cares? I think I still have a pretty good shot here. I mean, my war leader here is fresher than the spring dew, so I should be fine. Okay. Now, what he's doing clearly at this point is setting my War Master up for devastation from this Bowmaster. Ooh, that's going to be some good damage. See, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I really screwed up. I maybe shouldn't have put him within range of his archer like that. That would have been smart. I could have, like, you know, still hit the Thrasher from one space further away. Well, anyway, let's see. So this guy's not a problem. That guy's still a little dangerous. That guy's not that big of a deal. That guy's not a big deal. Okay, so I think what I need to do is just move away a little bit. And shoot this guy. So this actually does allow him to come up and hit my archer if he wishes. He'll have to take a couple more damage to do that. And since my archer is going to die anyway, I'm not sure that's a really worthwhile trade. But we'll see what he decides. He's very good at positioning his archer, so my Raid Master could have come in here. If my Raid Master could have come in and dealt 3 damage, that would have been extremely significant, because it would have saved a lot of strength off of my War Master who was about to get shot. But he did a nice job positioning her just out of reach. So I have a couple of options with him. I can go in here and, you know, deal some more, start whirling down this guy's armor, or I can just stand next to my guy and reduce the incoming damage by 1. So let's count that again. So 8 minus 4, that's 4. He's lost 5 armor, so that's 2 more damage. Oh, so she's going to deal 6 damage to me. Well, that's okay. With 10 strength, yeah, that's fine. So let's see. Over here, 10-9 versus 10-15, I'm totally fine with. So let's just go ahead and get closer to the archer while getting down the armor on his man. Alright, so now his guy has no targets except for my war leader. This is the problem with these 12-16 warriors. Not that they're bad by any means. I think it's a great way to play a Warhawk, but if your strength does go from abnormal levels like 16 down to regular levels like 9 or 10, the unit just becomes so useless. There's really nothing he can do. He can't get anywhere, he can't break armor, he can just deal 1 pitiable point of damage, and that is it. Alright, so he's using a special ability to guarantee a hit. Not a bad play, I stand by that. So my war leader has no other targets, so let's just go ahead and keep whacking this dude. Boink. Alright, so now here comes 6 damage onto my War Master, which is really unfortunate because that is just in time before I whack this guy down. I could have, you know, killed him had I gotten to act first, but because she's going to be able to deal 6 damage to me first, I'll only be able to deal 3 damage to him. Wow! He's not taking the... Oh, no, he is taking the shot, but he's okay. So he's doing extra damage, basically, by using more willpower. That's fine. It's a good move. Alright, so let's see what I can do here. I can go after that guy. I can go back and hit that guy. But no, he's under control. So yeah, I'm just going to have to consign that guy to dying. What that means is I'll use my special ability to deal some armor and strength damage to that guy. A lot of people, for their big warrior dudes, like to play these Warhawks because they're very sexy, you know, they can hit 2 units at once. It's really, really devastating in certain cases. But I do like this War Master just for the ability to deal a guaranteed 2 strength and 1 armor damage. It's just really, really nice to be able to do that in some cases. So the archer is going to be able to, I mean, just about kill my guy here. Or at least maim him severely, but he's still sort of useful. I'll still be, if he does stay in place, I'll be able to start taking down her strength and armor. Alright, oh, he's gonna block me in. Oh, he's not. I guess he ran out of, you know, he thought too long and ran out of time. Poor guy. Okay, now this guy over here, I am content to leave him alone, to be totally honest with you. I mean, I could chase him down, deal some armor damage or whatever, but there's just no reason to do that. I've got a target right there. Let's maim him. Now, is he finally going to kill my archer, or what's he doing with his life? My war leader is still doing good. So he will be able to, let's see, 14, we'll go down to 13. 13 minus 10 is 3, plus willpower is 4. Yeah, I'll be able to kill his warrior, no sweat. I could even leave him maimed if I wanted to, because he'll be out of willpower. That might be even better. Alright, so he left my archer alive, which is an interesting decision. A couple things I could do. I could, because their armor is so low. No, my strength is too low for that. I was thinking of doing a strength shot. Okay, so he put himself in a very nice spot. It's difficult for me now to have a target. But, yeah, whatever. I'll go for his archer. I don't mind lowering her armor to an even more pathetic degree. And reducing her strength by 1 against my units, that's totally fine. His positioning with his archer has been amazing this game. His positioning with his warrior has been pretty bad. Now, it's unfortunate that the coals happened there, because that does mean I'll deal 1 less damage to her if I go up there, but let's see, 4 damage? Yeah, it's still worth it. She's still she really is the most dangerous person on his team right now, so I'll take that damage. And maim that little nuisance. Alright, so next turn my war leader is going to either maim or kill his guy. Leaving him maimed is really tempting because with no willpower, that guy is just a big thing who takes up space, and okay, I don't think that's the right move there. I mean, it does rob my guy of targets, but, you know, he's not valuable over there just standing in a corner eating up turns. When you do have a maimed, useless unit, what you want to do is try to make the most use out of him. So, you know, get in there, take up space, deal some armor damage. Even if it's not very much, it's better than nothing. Let's go ahead here, get this guy down. I don't really mind spending my last point of willpower, because when he's at 3 strength, he's just so pathetically useless. Alright, so with his archer's strength down, he actually can't deal that much damage to my War Master anymore, because even with puncture, it's just not enough. Is he gonna give it his all there? Yes, he is. Alright, that was a good play. I commend that. So, let's see. 5, 1... Yeah, whatever. We'll just work on this guy some more. I'm not necessarily intending to do this systematic maiming against my opponent the way it's working out here. It just happened to work out for this game. I'm just as happy to, you know, kill everything and all in a nice row. But the way he's been playing with all of his units so spread out and unable to coordinate against my guys, it's just been so effective to maim everyone that he fights one-on-one against my superior units. So I think he might have had a chance at this game, but his positioning decisions were just not good and probably cost him the victory. Okay, let's see. So my war leader can take out this guy, actually. 14 minus 9 is 5. So that's fine. I don't need, my raider's not needed there. Let's start mopping up. The best time to kill a unit who is maimed is after they've just gone, because at that point it's going to require the longest amount of time before the opponent benefits from the extra turn. So I don't mind killing him right here. He really should just start going for kills on my units, because he's lost the match, so the only thing that he can really try to gain is killing as many of my guys as possible. One weird thing about Banner Saga is that, you know, sometimes you feel like you've had a really close game, even though when you actually look at what's going on, you realize, wait, this isn't even close at all. I have 5 guys still alive. Let's see, who's up next? My Raider. Yeah, I don't need to take any chances shooting at this Archer, even though it's a 90% chance, because my Raider's going to be able to kill her pretty handily. Of course, that guy, I also only have a 90% chance. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just kill off the Archer. And I'll use my Raider to kill off the Backbiter. Oh, I got the 10% miss. Well, you know, that's you can't get mad when that happens, because, you know, 90% chance does mean you're going to miss 10% of the time. I think a lot of people don't understand this about probability. If something is unlikely, people think, oh, well, then it's never going to happen. But that's silly. If something is unlikely, it has to happen. It absolutely has to happen. If it never happened, it wouldn't be unlikely. It would be impossible. Okay, let's go ahead and kill off this Archer. Or actually, I could kill off this guy. No, it doesn't matter. Let's kill off the Archer. So because I missed with the Archer, he is going to be able to use this Backbiter to... Oh my gosh, he has no willpower. He actually cannot kill my Archer with his Backbiter. I think I'm going to leave this game with 5 units standing. So yeah, it's weird, because you think, like, oh, that game was close, but then, like, it doesn't look close at the end. I got 5 guys alive. But I really feel like, you know, the match would have been pretty close if he had positioned his units a little bit better and not marched his warrior into harm's way. Now let's take a look. Do I actually want to come in here with my dude? My Raider will be able to kill his Backbiter, and my Raider does go before he does, so this guy doesn't need to do anything at all. I'll just rest and get some willpower back. Nothing to do there. What is that guy, 4? Okay. Oh yeah, I also have charges on my horn. I don't need to use them to win, but I guess I might as well, just to speed things up. So let's blow on the horn, saunter over here, kill the dude. Now, can he kill my archer? Ah, yes. Okay, good. So, good. I like it when my opponents get some kills in before dying because it is nice to have the level up on your unit, get the extra point of renown. So I don't begrudge him killing this archer. That's okay. All right, my guys are kind of badly positioned here. I'm finding myself unable to get over there. Oops. Okay. Well, let's just rest and get my willpower back. Let's get over here with my guy. Looks like he will live to see another day. So this way, I stop him from being able to touch 2 units at once. It doesn't matter right now, but it's just positioning practice. And, oh, I move my guy up anyway. Okay, whatever. Oh, I actually have enough strength to guarantee a kill. Well, that's sweet. Okay, let's blow the willpower horn. Wish him a GG. And that is all she wrote. So that was a nice, fun match. The takeaway from this match is that although the war leader thing, is kind of a cute trick that's pretty easy to stop, objectively speaking, people in practice often won't stop it because they don't realize what it is that you're trying to do. So in that game, he put all of his raiders in a line so that they could all get the shields from each other, expecting me to charge up the middle and whack him twice. But that wasn't my intention at all. Instead, I moved off to the flank and crippled one of his warriors. The other warrior, he made a bad play. He put his warrior in range of my war leader, which was just, I don't know, tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think that was just a bad play because it let me deal a solid, 4 damage to him or 5 or 6 damage to him and basically get to the point where my warrior could beat his warrior one-on-one. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that match. As always, if you did, please hit the like button. I will appreciate that tremendously, and I'll see you next time.